Hello my friends and welcome back to my channel. I really can't remember when I played or saw a Final Fantasy game for the very first time. I can remember on the other hand that when I had my PlayStation 1 back then and I played Final Fantasy 7 for the very first time, I was absolutely fascinated from the graphic, from the sound, from the gameplay. So every time, and this is my experience with Final Fantasy games, every time when they released a new part, they set actually the standard in regards of visual quality, in regards of sound, gameplay, a little bit higher.
I'm waiting, Cloud.
And maybe it's just me, maybe I'm completely wrong, maybe I don't understand what's going on, and I hope you can actually help me out here. So I learned so far that Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth, so the game or the demo, what we're talking about in this video is not a remaster, not a remake. It is a brand new game built for the PlayStation 5. And if it is correct that Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth is for the PlayStation 5, developed for the PlayStation 5, then I have a couple of serious questions. Because, first of all, why does Final Fantasy 7 Remake, the remake from back then, I think a year ago or something like that, looks so much better than Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth? I was in the impression actually that if you start developing from the ground, from zero for a platform like PlayStation, Xbox, PC, really doesn't matter, you should have advantage over a game what was already released or published or developed for a different or a complete or older platform actually back then. So shouldn't this not be better or easier actually to do than a remake? So I was absolutely impressed, fascinated from the visual quality back then from Final Fantasy 7 Remake. Absolutely, this game looks impressive, looks gorgeous, awesome. Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth doesn't look like a PlayStation 5 game to me.
Alright then. Seeing as we've got the time, wanna tell the rest of us about you and your buddy Sephiroth?
Sure. If Tifa doesn't mind.
Me? Yeah, no problem. It's cool.
It all started 5 years ago. I was 16 at the time. There was hardly any work for soldiers back then, and what little there was boring as hell. My heart wasn't in it. Then, out of nowhere, the job of a lifetime came. A mission with Sephiroth. I couldn't believe my luck.
And to make this very, very clear, I'm not saying that this game looks bad or terrible. I'm just saying it is not on the same level as other PlayStation 5 games. And I like to say this again. I thought that if you start developing just for one platform from the scratch, from zero, from the ground up, then you have actually an advantage because you just focus on one hardware. You can start from zero. You can utilize the whole hardware. You can make sure everything is working as expected. So this is what I don't understand. So what is the issue here? Is it the engine? Is it lazy developer, lazy programmers? I really don't know. So let me know in the comment section what you think, why the picture quality or the visual quality in this game is not on the same level as other PlayStation 5 games. And I know already that there will be a lot of comments that I just should stop complaining and enjoy the game. Just play the game, Marcus. Don't look at visuals. And believe me, I really try to, but in my case, I'm playing games on a 65-inch OLED TV, LG-G2, or sometimes the S95C, also 65-inch. And I'm sitting very close, so I'm sitting 1.8 meters away from my LG-G2. And believe me, when you sit that close to a TV, which I completely enjoy because it's like a cinema feeling. But when you sit that close, you can clearly see all the issues with games in regards of visual quality. And I just like to remember you when Horizon Forbidden West was released back then for the PlayStation 5. I was actually shocked because the picture quality, the visual quality in the performance mode was absolutely terrible. And I had a lot of people that actually agreed with me, and I had also a lot of people that disagreed with me, and at some point I figured out what's going on. As soon you played the game back then on an LCD screen, everything was, I wouldn't say everything was fine, but it was much better than on an OLED screen because the LCD screen, was making the picture actually much softer, and therefore you couldn't see the shimmering, you couldn't see the aliasing very clear compared to an OLED screen. So this was the fact, this was the case, and it will be the case here as well. People with an OLED screen, a very big screen, will most likely complain more often about the picture quality than people with a LCD screen. And I like to be very honest with you, and maybe I'm completely wrong here, but I don't think that we will see a significant improvement in the final game in regards of the picture quality. So what you can see here right now in the latest demo of Final Fantasy Rebirth is exactly what you will see in the final version.